Hey, it's Big Game James McCarty back for another Gate City Bank Frisco fan cam. As you can see, we're on the North Dakota State side of the end zone with that Bison being just freshly painted on there with that green and gold NDSU, those pride-filled colors that they have. We've already heard from head coach Brett Vegan of Montana State. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go hear from head coach Tim Polasek of the Bison and his press conference that he had before this national championship game, talking some Bison football and how this team got to this point where they're at right now.
Well, there's a lot of kids that lace them up on August 1st. There's a lot of starting running backs. There's a lot of starting quarterbacks, right? Let's not pretend we don't know what this award's for, right? Just like the Heisman, typically. And, for him to be able to compete and improve and be tough, for the duration of this season, to find ways over the summer and spring ball to improve, to embrace any of the change that's happened here over the last 12 months is remarkable, and he's doing it, with some different guys, at receiver, and there's some guys that are back, but the relationship that him and Bryce have developed on the football field is obvious right now. He's got a lot of connection there, and so I'm excited for Cam because he's taken complete ownership of the protection side. So when we're talking about his future and having opportunities down the road, you cannot play that position without understanding where the five guys are being directed to, and then he has a really good handle on our run game as far as base rules and the things that he'll have to do potentially at the next level. It means a lot for a coach's son from Iowa that, had a few offers and those things to make it to this point. Cam's going to tell you the most important thing is us getting this W. Yeah, interesting. I think on both sides, the offensive lines are very schooled up. And that's not to say our best or their best isn't gettable, because we've seen that throughout the year. But they play together pretty well. I think they understand where their help is and where it's not, where they can get beat quickly and where they can't. Those things are pretty evident. And then they're always connected in the run game, and I think the diversity in the run game can have a chance to slow down both sides of the ball as far as defensive end goes. It's interesting, like on normal down or distance or 2nd and 7 or 8, a pass down where you have quarterback powers and quarterback zone reads, those DNs now are in a conflict because a lot of times they're the option players, so they're not just playing with their ears pinned back. And so I think that's going to be interesting, who can capitalize on, reading their keys and great get off and fundamentals and technique. And then, like I said, Al Johnson is a good friend. I'm trying to remember the first time I came in contact with Al, but we've been in a lot of communication. I know he does a good job. He was well tutored at the University of Wisconsin, and they do a really good job. The DNs, I'm hopeful the DNs have a big impact on this game.